Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there friends, it's me Maya Arihla, and today I'm so excited to share with you a beautiful story about Fatima Al-Fihri. But before we dive in, you should know this story is adapted from various Islamic history sources. One of the main references you can look up in the book A Story of the World's Oldest Universities by George Makdisi. The story of Fatima al-Fihri, also a popular topic in broader historical literature on Islamic civilization. The story of Fatima al-Fihri, Legend of Education. This story begins in the 9th century in the city of Kairouan, which was a driving center of Islamic civilization. It's here that Fatima al-Fihri was born and raised by her father, Muhammad al-Fihri, a wealthy and respected merchant. Even with all their money, their family values religious principles and the importance of giving back to the community. At the time, the political situation in Kairouan was unstable, which led many families to look for a safer place to live. The Al-Fihri family decided to migrate to the rapidly growing city of Fez, Morocco. Under the Idris dynasty, in this new city, Muhammad Al-Fihri continues the business and rebuilt his family wealth, a legacy that changed the world. After her father passed away, Fatima and her sister Maryam were left with a significant legacy of wealth. This is where they saw their amazing vision. Instead of spending the money on personal luxuries, they decided to invest in something that would provide a lasting benefit for society. Maryam chose to build a mosque while Fatima had an even bigger dream. In 859 AD, Fatima began her monumental project, building a much larger mosque in the Kawari neighborhood. There's a unique story that goes with its construction. Fatima reportedly fast every single day, throughout the entire project, which took several years. She did this as a form of prayer, hoping her work would be blessed. The mosque she built, a Kawarian mosque, was named as a tribute to her family's origin in Kariwan. At first, it was just for prayers, but it quickly became a center of learning various subjects for Islamic law and hadith to Arabic grammar, astronomy, and medicine were taught there. This was the historic moment that gave birth to Al-Kawariyin University. The university was recognized by Guinness World Record in 1998 as the world's oldest continuous operating university. This recognition came because Al-Kawarian met the criteria of modern university, granting degrees, operating a structural curriculum, and holding regular rectors. Long before European universities like the University of Bologna or Oxford were founded. The building is not only historically significant but also incredibly grand. While it started out smaller, the mosque was expanded to cover more than 3,000 square meters. This expansion allowed it to hold up to 22,000 worshippers, making it one of the largest mosques in Africa. A library full of treasure. Along with the university, the Al-Kawariyin Library was also founded. This library is known as one of the oldest and richest in the world. Over centuries, it became a storage place for thousands of rare and valuable manuscripts, many written by renowned scholars. Some of the most famous manuscripts still kept there include Al-Muqaddimah by Ibn Khaldun, an original manuscript of Ibn Tufail book on medicine, Al-Muwatta by Imam Malik, an ancient work on Islamic law and hadith. The library, which was renovated and reopened in 2016, has modern technology to protect its rare collection from moisture and damage. It's a true testament to how important the legacy of knowledge is to civilization. While there's no definite record of when Fatima Al-Fihri passed away, her legacy lives on through the institution she founded. Al-Qawariyyin University has been a place of learning for thousands of scholars for over a millennium. Some of the great minds who studied there include Ibn Khaldun, 1332 to 1406, a famous Muslim historian, sociologist, and economist. Leo Africanus, 1485 to 1554, a diplomat and writer known for his work on African geography. To wrap things up, let's reflect on the message from this story. Fatima teaches us that true wealth isn't measured by what we have, but by what we build for future generations. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, I have completed the story of Fatima Al-Fihri. Thanks for watching this story, and don't forget, if you want me to share the story of another inspiring figure, just leave a comment below. If you found any additional information or if I made any mistakes, feel free to correct me in the comment. Okay, see you next story. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.